This is very interesting. Discuss the balance between unity, diversity, and authority. The rise of the papacy, no matter where one lands theologically on the matter, is a lesson on the difficulties the Church has experienced in keeping unity amidst diversity that's centered on anchoring authority. Why are these three things so hard to keep in balance, and should one be privileged over the others? Why? The balance between unity, diversity, and authority is very, very difficult, because you want unity, you want everybody to be working together. You want there's diversity of, at this time we're talking about this time, it can be relevant today. Diversity is the people from all over. They have the unity of faith, and they have the diversity of, there's the Greek East and there's the Latin West, and then of course there's emerging the new barbarians farther west. And authority. Who should have authority? With such a diversity, you want a unity, but you need an authority in this. And so you're going to have to choose an authority from one of them. Or at times in history, when you're lucky enough, there is an authority that comes somehow from both sides. But the thing is, Greek East and Latin West, you have to live in one of them. You have to be mainly, no matter what, you are going to be more, you're going to prefer, you have more of a preference towards one over the other. And you still need authority and leadership in that. So when you have a pope, which is one authority, they're going to be leaning more towards Rome. They're most likely going to come in Rome, live in Rome, and then they're going to be, it's hard to keep the diversity then and authority, because they're going to use their authority, of course, and impose onto the Greek East and make them accept that. And that makes it harder, and that's how they keep their unity, but that makes it harder for lighthearted, good diversity to happen, and for them to be okay with each other when you have one boss. So a church government where they were all equal, but Rome was the best among the equals, it was said. So having something where it truly is equal, and they both have input on it, and they're both actually truly working together, and they have perhaps more than one authority from both sides that are working together. But should one be privileged over the others? No. Well, I suppose I live in America where it is the people voting. We have a unity of people, and there's a great diversity, of course, in the United States as a country of immigrants. So they all vote for who they want to lead. And that person leads, but that person is leading over everybody. With this, it's like different leaders, but it's religion rather than it is what's it called? We have monarchy, republic, we have anarchy. We have, what is it called when it's religion? Oh my goodness. Patriarchy. We have, oh my goodness. Anyways, when we have religious rulings, it can be very difficult to have a unity, because there's going to be differences of opinion on things that don't really matter, but then there's going to be people who make that into something that matters. And yet again, these three things are, in a perfect world, they would fit together, but I think in our world, it's going to be very hard to keep a balance between unity, diversity, and authority. But I don't think that one should be held above the other, or privileged above the other. But actually, authority, but not in the sense of a singular person. It obviously, yet again, in a perfect world, God would have the final authority, and in this, it's who gets to discern what God actually means. And that was the problem with the authority here. So in a perfect world, it would be the authority of God as the privileged above the others. But in this, they use that as an excuse to say that the Pope speaks for God and whatever he says goes. So it didn't work out that way, even though it should. But no, in our world, in our fallen world, no one should not be privileged above the other.